All right, so we're ready for part 3 of the Trance Mediumship recordings from Akron, Ohio's event, the Healing Brew. We are still talking with Dr. Mike. And if you've missed the first 2 videos, go back and watch part 1 and part 2, because Dr. Mike is one of my spirit guides who is coming through in a trance mediumship demonstration, answering questions for the people that are there. He just finished talking about ascension.
Since you brought up dimensions, can you talk about third, fourth, fifth dimension and how we experience that?
Third, fourth, fifth dimensions. That's what we're talking about.
Love labels.
Yes.
We love labels. We love labels. Well, you all love labels. And very much, I was very much that way as the accountant. So I have a much experience with this and categorizing. Everything has to have a category. So how dimensions we are shown. Right now, you are in this specific dimension, meaning a specific timeline, experiencing a specific set of circumstances that will help you grow and as a soul. That's going to be for your greatest and highest good, that will check a bunch of boxes on a list that you made before coming here. Now, that being said, we can't cram every single soul trying to experience things all into the same place all at once. So there are layers, as you call them, dimensions. There are different vibrations. The analogy that we have given Lorenda, that she likes, that she really clings to, I will say, is the playing of different notes on a music staff. These can be also dimensions. And every once in a while, so like our past lives are not necessarily in the past. They're happening at the same time. We are growing in other realms, in other places, in other vibrations with different meat suits or with other roles happening. It's all happening at once. You just happen to be playing this note in this vibration. There are people that believe that you want to jump into other dimensions, other vibrations, and that is different. That is very different, and humans tend to get those two things confused. There are people on the planet that can move and work interdimensionally. You can, I believe you call it astral traveling. There are people that can astral travel, and they can go see their other lifetimes happening simultaneously. Sometimes it feels like it's in the past. Sometimes it feels like it's in the future. It is just happening. And that is where the dimensions come in. It's just different realms or vibrations, timelines of reality. And we can exist only in one at a time. And as you ascend in this lifetime, yes, you will expand, but within your given timeline, within your given dimension. Does this make sense? This is one of those very complex subjects that is very hard to explain to humans with human words, to help you understand how the ascensions or the different dimensions work. The 1D, the 2D, the 5D, these are just, again, they are just labels for different realms and different points of existence. But you, in this lifetime, will stay in this dimension. Does this make sense?
Yes.
I like how he always says, does this make sense? And I have had situations where people have said, no, I don't really understand. And he's been able to turn things around and actually give it a different spin or different perspective, like using different words. But I also love how they'll say, well, you would call it, or you humans would label it as da 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 da. So I find it interesting that just kind of how the process works. Things like that you and I would just be like, oh, well, yeah, 5D did whatever. He's like, well, what you call, or what humans call, or your human perspective. So I find that fascinating that spirits will often come through and refer to us the way we think or the words we use that they wouldn't necessarily use. Anyway, all right, so drop comments. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Did you watch the other ones? Have you been, hang in there, because I believe we have a little bit more from Dr. Mike, and then we go right into a new. I'm not sure though. I should listen. Okay, but wait. There's a part 2 to that question, and I totally forgot.
Thank you. So dimensions do not correlate directly to frequency?
They do, but not in the way that we often think. So we have, within each dimension, you've got different frequencies. So here in this dimension, where we are right now, in this timeline, we are all here, you are all here, gathered together in this particular dimension. There are different frequencies that happen within each dimension. So that's part of the ascension process, or the expansion process. As you grow, as you learn, you expand, and you go up the ladder of vibration and frequency within your dimension. You don't jump to a different dimension. That's all. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
there's a little bit more.
Again, this is a very interesting topic to put into human words and understanding. And if you ask your spirit team to continue to show you where you fit in to the vibration that you are currently in, and where you should be going, where is your trajectory, where do you want to be vibrating to, they will show you. They will show you. And they will help you expand your energy to be able to accommodate within your dimension. Now, there are times when other dimensions will cross energetically. If you are a person who vibrates at a certain frequency, you may experience what could be called multi-dimensional beings, people in other frequencies, in other timelines. You can actually experience people that come in, or beings that come in, because your frequencies can cross. You might be in similar frequencies at the same time, even though you're in different dimensions. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, dropped a little bit more knowledge. I forgot that went on longer. Okay, but wait, there's more.
The wonderful thing is someday it will all be known. It will just be known, and it will just be fact. And it will not be questioned anymore.
And when will that happen, and what will bring on that event?
Very, very far in the future.
Okay.
There will be many, there will be, there is a cleansing that is happening right now.
Okay, so we're going to stop there since we're already like at 10 minutes. So follow for part 4, and we'll talk, and we'll get his take on this cleansing he's talking about.